Welcome to ICARUS, a challenging survival game that has you pitted against the environment as well as the various animals and creatures found throughout the environment. Now this environment may look similar, however this is an alien planet, and alongside that there are very strange alien creatures that we will have to go ahead and defeat to try and conquer this map, as well as various missions that we will need to complete in order to discover what is going on this world. So guys, strap yourselves in for 100 days on ICARUS, and if you find yourselves enjoying it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. So first off, I had to create my character, and for some reason they gave you the option to change this little patch on your head. I didn't change it. I then had to choose my drop zone. Now there are a couple of different options. I ended up going with the conifer forest. It was recommended, and I figured it was going to be slightly easier than the other 4 locations, especially the snow. So we ended up dropping down into our drop pod, taking out some of the local nature in the process as well, and I was very excited to get into this. Now first off, we had to reach level 10 in order to make ourselves one of the beacon outpost things so that we could get missions from above. So I began gathering the basic materials, the fiber, some sticks as well from branches, all of this so that I could slowly get enough levels to build the contact device and accept missions. So I went ahead and took a look at the tech tree, and this is how I knew to get to level 10, as this was where I was going to be able to make the crafting bench and eventually the contact device. I also found some pumpkins out there, so I was doing pretty good for myself, managed to find some food, had some basic resources, and then I finally stumbled upon some stone. Now with the stone, I could go ahead and make myself the very basicest of tools, so I went ahead and made myself up a stone pickaxe as well as a stone hatchet. Alright, and we've got our first basic tools, let's go. So I then decided to test these out by chopping down my first tree, and I was pleasantly surprised at how smooth that felt. I cut the tree down in 2 freaking shots. So I continued grabbing some of my wood and continue exploring. Oh, there is a cave. Do we want to go into this cave? I feel like, let's do it. Let's see what we find in here. It's very dark. Oh, no! We are no. We are not partaking in whatever is in there. I don't want any of that hentai tentacle stuff coming all over me. We are just leaving. So after seeing my life flash before my eyes, I managed to grab some oxide and got my first level. So I went ahead and learned some basic things such as the stone knife, a bow, the arrows as well, and then I pretty much had no more points left. So I went ahead and crafted up myself a bow and a bunch of arrows so that we could go out and start hunting some of the animals on ICARUS. Thankfully, I did find this wolf down here, and I was able to finish it off just before it got to me. I was a little bit scared, I'm not going to lie, and I just needed to figure out what I could do with the wolf body after this point. Hold E to carry. I don't want to carry it. Okay, here we go. Hold E to skin. There we go. And we got some meat, some bone, fur, and leather. All right, cool. And then I'm assuming, can we break this? Yeah, we can. And that gives us bones as well. All right, sweet. So we can get a bunch of bones from harvesting the carcasses. I did also find a sulfur node, which I harvested up because I did notice it was giving us quite a decent amount of XP. We've got a freaking geyser or something shooting out of the ground there. It's kind of terrifying. Can I stand on it and go for a bit of a ride? I continued exploring and then discovered my first real challenge. I don't know if that killed it. I don't think it's moving. Oh shit. Okay, that was kind of scary. We got to level up from that. What did I attack? Oh, it's a baby. Now it's a dead baby. I kind of feel like a bit of a monster for killing that. Okay, where did the adult go? Oh, it's got a boyfriend. It's got a girlfriend. I don't know what one it was. Bad horsey. There's more of them. They just keep coming. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. I'm out of arrows. Slicing dice. Our health. We're almost at half health. Slice and dice. Come here. Why can't I not hit this thing? Oh, there we go. We killed it. So I harvested their corpses up and continue hunting. I managed to find a rabbit and, well, I managed to kill that, which was pretty impressive considering how little and tiny it was. Managed to skin that as well, and then I distributed some points, getting myself the wooden structures as well as basic bone armor too. So I went ahead and made myself up the bone armor, and at least now I could actually make myself a little shelter if I needed to. However, I was very much so running out of inventory space. I stumbled across a huge field of corn as well as extra wolves in this area, managing to get a stealth attack off and killing it with one arrow, which I was very impressed with myself. Oh, another stealth attack on a pronghorn. So I continued hunting as I figured this was the best way to go about getting XP, because killing one of these guys was giving us a couple of thousand XP. So I spent a bit of time hunting whatever I could find in the area. Eventually, I got a weather event coming that there was going to be a rainstorm. So I kind of freaked out a little bit because I had no idea what this entailed and decided to try and start building a shelter to protect myself from the rain. So I got to work at building my little shelter. Now, I hadn't really used ICARUS's building system before, so I didn't really know what to do. But I did manage to get some walls down, some very shoddy foundations that would hopefully at least protect us from the rain. I then went ahead and tried to get the roofs on, and well, this is where things really struggled because it was not a very nice looking shanty shack. Look at this. Look at this fucking nightmare. As I was trying to build, I realized that I could actually change the structure / layout of the piece that I was using. So I did manage to set up some door frames as well, but the roof was still an absolute nightmare. Thankfully, the storm did dissipate and I did manage to make it through without losing anything or my life. And then I wanted to try and fix up the rest of the shack. So I made myself up the construction hammer, so that we could try and see what was going on with that. And then I realized that I could deconstruct stuff, so I went ahead and learned the storage box as well, so I could finally place some of the items that I had into the storage. Now, I only had my shack supported by 2 pillar beams, so I needed to fix that up. But first, I wanted to make myself up a little campfire so that we could cook some of the meat that we had gathered from killing all the horses and the wolves up. I did also use some sticks as the fuel. Now that that was cooking up, I then focused on trying to fix the rest of the base up because the little roof was not looking well and it was not protecting us properly from the storm at all. I also needed to make a bedroll up so that I had a spawn point as well. Too steep, no shelter colliding. Okay, it looks like it'll let me place it there. We did get roofs back, so if we go 9 and we... Oh, look at that. Can I rotate it? There we go. Boom. Boom. Nice. All right, so then we just need... What is it? That weird wall piece? These ones? Angle peak. There we go. Look at that. Hey, that's definitely looking like a shelter now. We've got ourselves a door. We can go like that. Boom. Now we're living. We've got ourselves a little shack. So I got into bed for the night and woke up the next day, unprepared for what was about to happen. Oh, wait, no. So now it's 7 o'clock in the morning. Wait, what do you mean burned down? Oh, shit! I know, Erky. I'm burning the place down. Well, this is awkward. Here I am thinking that the place was going to burn down. It was just a little light fire. Nothing to worry about. So after narrowly avoiding burning my house down, I then continued to explore. Now, I wasn't fully set on where we had set up the shack. I did want a little bit more of a scenic position, so I decided to head out and just see what was around this area. There was some waterfalls, there was some giant mountains, some very small lakes that had little islands in the middle of them. I just wanted to go around and explore to find the perfect base spot for myself. This isn't a bad little spot either here, actually. I don't mind this little waterfall. I don't know where we are relative to the rest of the map though, that's the only thing. So like if we do decide to build out here, I don't know if we're super far away from everything else. It's very pretty out here. We found silica ore as well. I don't know what this is for, but I feel like I should probably grab some of it. Well, this does look like a super peaceful place to build, but it kind of seems like in the middle of nowhere. So I'm feeling like we probably aren't going to build here. Yeah, it's just kind of a dead end. So I think, I mean, it's nice, but like, yeah, it's kind of a dead end. I think we'll leave it for now. I think we'll find somewhere nicer. So I did eventually get some levels as well from exploring killing random stuff. So I decided to chuck some of the points into our skills. Now, I didn't really know what to go with at the start because there was just so many options that you could choose from. So I did end up picking some of the weight as well as just whatever I thought I needed at the time. So increases stamina, increased health, but I did also have some solo points as well that I wanted to distribute. There was so many bloody options and I needed to try and plan it out. So I just spent some time reading through all of the skill descriptions and everything as well while I allocated some points. I think we honestly go Swift Survivor as well. And even like a boost to maximum HP. I feel like we need to work towards Lone Wolf down here. That's probably something we should work towards as well. Yeah, so let's go Fleet-footed. What is this? 'Tis but a scratch. Steel ankles. I feel like we go into here. Yeah, let's do that for now. While exploring, I also stumbled across wild creatures that I obviously had to kill. A, for levels, and B, just because it was fun while I was out and about. So there were a couple of wolves, there was a pronghorn, and then I also got swarmed by bloody bees as well, the suckers. Ouch. Getting attacked by bees? Can I attack this? Yeah, it's letting me chop it. Oh. Oh! A worker bee, a queen bee, and some honeycomb. Alright, that's cool. What do we want to get rid of? I then stumbled across 2 wolves, and I thought it'd be a genius idea to try and take them down with my pickaxe. It wasn't a genius idea. Ouch. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. Okay. Oh, that was freaking close. Oh, alright, we really need to get a torch or something going on here. We got cooked meat. Let's chuck that down there. Oh, I completely forgot that we had cooked meat. We have so many bones. It's great. I don't know what we use them for, but we've got heaps. Okay, let's take a look at our tech tree here, because we've got a bunch of resources that we're starting to get quite a bit of. So we can make a drying rack, a fire pit, basic water purifier. After returning back to my shack, I decided to spend some of my blueprint points grabbing the oxide dissolver, as well as the basic water purifier. Now, I still had quite a few points, so I went ahead and grabbed the bone knife as well, as I had plenty of bones, and I also went ahead and grabbed the bone arrows as well. I also grabbed the basic bandage as well, as I thought that would actually recover my health, but I was a fool and didn't actually read the description properly. I also grabbed the wood rag torch and the wood torch as well, because I figured I'd need those for cave exploration. And there was a slight hole that just got blown into my house as well, which I wasn't very happy about. Thankfully, I did have my wooden hammer to actually repair that as well. Right? It only said it took like 80 damage, but it still had a gigantic freaking hole in it. The next day, I went ahead and made myself up the oxidizer as well as the water purifier. So now we had a stable source of oxygen and water that was purified coming into us, which was wonderful. Now, I obviously still hadn't found the perfect base spot as of yet, so I wanted to spend some more time exploring this map and this biome. I just needed to make some more space because I had no room for anything else. So I went ahead and made up another storage container. So I made myself up another storage crate as well as a bone knife, which was a direct upgrade from our stone knife. So we had a little bit more damage coming out now, and we would also get a little bit more resources as well from skinning wild dead creatures too. I thankfully was able to test out the new bone knife as well, getting attacked by a wolf, and I pretty much one-shot it with my new bone knife, which I was very excited about. It seemed to do a butt-ton of damage, so I was very happy. So after killing those wolves and skinning them, I continued exploring, managing to make my way down into the snow biome, which to say I was unready for is a very large understatement. Oh shit, that's a polar bear. I reckon we can take a polar bear. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. This dude's fucking fast. Oh shit. Jump shots. Oh god, oh, and there's fucking wolves that have just spawned in. Wonderful. Well, that went well. You killed me, polar bear. Well done. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea for. What's the respawn with a penalty? Let's find out. No claimed bed found. Oh, fudge knuckles. Did I not put a bedroll down? Well, let's see where we spawn. That's a nifty little pod. Where am I at? Oh. Well, I mean, it's annoying, but it's very possible to get back out there. Now, upon trying to make my way back to my base from the Arctic, there was a storm that decided to start up. And it was a bit of a thunderstorm, and I actually got struck by lightning, setting myself on fire, as well as a little bit of the house. So, not the greatest way to go about getting back to our base, but it was fine, it worked. Thankfully, there was some water right outside, and that saved my ass. Otherwise, I would have been smoked. This is scary, I'm not gonna lie. It's just falling apart around us. Oh, our chest broke. Oh, we need to repair them. They're taking damage, that's why. During the flash storm, trees got set on fire from the lightning bolts, so the trees had turned into like burnt wood, which I thought was really cool. There was a horse defending them, so I decided to kill the Tyrannus, and then I actually went and chopped some of the woods trees down for some charcoal, which I thought was really cool. Now, another Tyrannus attacked me as well, but I managed to kill it. However, this one had a little bit of a surprise for me. Oh, there's a baby. Hi, little guy. Oh, press E to lead creature. Oh, we can tame these guys? I'm feeding it a bunch of soybeans. Does it just follow us around now? What a cute little thing. Hi, little guy. You're kind of cute. You totally just watched me murder your parents in front of you, but we're not going to talk about that. I'm also now going to go ahead and harvest them right in front of you, but once again, we're just completely ignoring that fact. Okay, it says it's sleepy, but I don't know how we would get it to sleep. So we're just going to keep feeding it. It can follow us around for a little bit longer. While exploring, I then stumbled across a hidden cave that was behind a rock wall. So I went ahead, busted in, and I was waiting for those creepy ass worms to pop out and try and kill us, and lo and behold, that's exactly what they did. Thankfully, I had my bow and arrow on hand to try and kill these guys, but they shot slightly explosive poison balls, which is not fun when you're walking around with a juvenile Tyrannus. So thankfully, I was able to defeat them, and I could start harvesting up some of the ore located in this cave. But nonetheless, this is still a good cave to have access to. So where are we on the map? My goal is to try and get to this lake here. Hopefully we find him when we start journeying back up. This looks like a nice little spot to set up. Oh, there's like a river coming down through here. There he is. Hey, little guy. How you going? 64%. Yeah, there's like a nice little river. Oh, we got balls. I don't know if I can take on a ball. Apparently I can. Don't mind if I do. Now in this area there was also a cave at the back of it. Now I decided to head into the cave just to see how deep it ran, because it didn't really look like some of the other caves that we had found already so far. So I slowly made my way back in there, and it looked like it went much deeper than some of the other caves that we had come across. However, there were still ores located in here, so I did spend a little bit of time grabbing some of the ore that was in here as well. Good sir, please stop running into the wall. Actually no, keep running into the wall. Alright, there we go. We killed the deer. Finally managed to get one. It's taken us freaking ages to. Same stuff as everything else. Alright, we at least know this place is here. I don't think we'll set up a base here. It is a very nice spot. We could definitely set something up on this little lake. But I still want to check out this bit just over here first. Oh, there's a boar. Will you be my friend? If I feed you? Okay, it's not taking my food. I'm out of arrows. Oh, that was a scary encounter. Oh, whoa, what the? We got mowers? What are mowers? There's a buffalo and there was a wolf. I don't think these guys are hostile. There's a freaking bear. No, I think I just shot my horse. Oh, you killed it. You freaking monster. Oh, it's going to kill me. I don't really want to die all the way out here. Ouch. This thing's fast. It's too fast. I'm gonna die. Oh, we killed it. Then, to top it all off, the mower decided to attack me as well, while I was already on very low health. Okay. Okay. Oh, God. I'm assuming since it doesn't have a little one, we probably should murder it. It's a good shot if I say so myself. So upon murdering it, I did not realize at the time that it was a juvenile mower, and I could have actually gone ahead and claimed it and potentially tamed it up, but I'm a dum-dum and didn't actually notice that until later. So that was a very big mistake on my part. Oh shit, there's another mower. And I'm in the dark. Okay, it's dead. Can we... Oh, hi little guy. That was so close. We now have a juvenile mower following us around. I don't know if I prefer that over the horse, but I'll take it anyway. We are on such little health. Alright, well, the mower's getting there. Those fucking creepy ass eyes. Look at that. Ooh. We might start... I don't know if I'm set on this spot, to be honest. Oh, there's a kiwi. I'm not going to kill this guy. Look at that. Wild kiwi nest. Can I be its friend? I'd really like a pet kiwi. I got no veg. Do I attack it? Oh, I got excited for a second there. I feel bad. Oh, oh, the kiwi's mad. Oh, there's two of them. I'm guessing one came out of the nest. I feel terrible for doing this. Kiwi's got some fight in it. And my karmic retribution for this was a Tyrannus killing my juvenile mower. That's what I get for trying to kill a poor innocent bird like the kiwi. You pricks. So after losing the mower to the Tyrannus and killing them, I then spent the next morning cutting a bunch of wood, hitting level 10 to start setting up my new base. Now I decided to settle on this cliff face here overlooking a lake. I thought it was pretty nice and serene. It was also pretty central to most of the things around us. I did want to just start with a basic wooden shack just to get that up and running, but I knew that it probably wouldn't last us very long, especially considering the start that we had where we set everything on fire. So I did try to make it look semi-decent where I could, but it just took us a little bit of time to get this up and running. Let's come into our tech tree here. Let's go into tier 2. Boom. All the way down the end here. We need the crafting bench first. Let's go with the anvil bench because we're going to need that. We're obviously going to need to get some iron tools. So let's go this pickaxe. So after learning the tech, I could finally make myself the crafting bench. Now I then had to go back in and learn the furnace as well because we were kind of going to need that in order to cook up the metal that we mined, as well as the contact device, so that we could finally start getting some missions and start completing them ourselves as well. And then the orbital exchange interface. All right, we've got our crafting bench down. Now I did also find another juvenile Tyrannus and brought that into the completely built shelter now. So we finally had a roof on the place. Things were looking pretty good. We locked him in here so he couldn't go anywhere, and we wanted to keep this guy fed. I then decided to break my ankles by jumping off the cliff face and go mining for some materials. Thankfully, I managed to get quite a bit of copper and iron ore, made myself up a furnace back at the base, and got some of that ore cooking up so that we could finally craft some better tools. I then returned back to the cave, dealing with the cave worms in there, and I continued mining up some more ore, getting as much of it as I could. However, on returning back to base, I got a notification saying that our juvenile Tyrannus had been killed again. How? I had no idea because it was inside the base, and then I returned and spotted that an adult Tyrannus had actually broken through one of my walls and killed it. How terrible for our little dude. Also, what kind of species kills the young of their same species? That's pretty messed up. Okay, here we go. We've got a brand new juvenile just here. Let's hope that nothing comes along to murder it this time around. We're just going to harvest its mother in front of its eyes as well, because, you know, why not? No, I didn't freaking find this other one so that you could murder it, wolf. All right, here we go, and we've made ourselves up the anvil bench, which means we should now be able to make iron tools. This is very tiny. I was expecting a little bit bigger. Okay, so we can make nails now, which is perfect. So let's get nails made up, and then we should have enough iron ingots to make a full set of iron tools, I would imagine. Look at that, there's our iron pickaxe. Let's queue that bad boy up. We're going to queue that bad boy up. We're going to go for the iron knife. Please don't walk into the campfire, horse. That fills me with concern. Here we go, let's make that bad boy up. There we go, there's our contact device, mission complete. Oh, cool. Well, that sounds fancy. Okay, so there's a shit ton of operations. Look at all of that. My gosh. All right, let's go ahead. We've got simple quests here, so let's request that. How does this work? Do we just get given it? Upon accepting the simple mission, I then headed out, but I managed to get a stealth attack kill on a deer. Now, I had crafted up the taxidermy knife as well, as I wanted to see if we could get trophies or what we would use it for. So I went ahead and skinned the deer with the taxidermy knife, and lo and behold, we actually got the deer's vestige, which I was very happy about because for some reason it just tickles a part of my brain whenever you get trophies of things that you kill. I just love being able to pull trophies of stuff. It was really satisfying. So I managed to make my way out to the hidden cache, killing and dealing with some wolves out here as well. Now, this kind of gave you like a circumference area that you had to find whatever you were looking for in that area. So I did spend a little bit of time looking out there, and I also skinned these guys with the taxidermy knife too. I then managed to find the hidden cache out here in the wild, and I was very pleasantly surprised by what was within. Did we get anything from it? Oh, shit. Steel spear and a steel ingot. I was not expecting that. Okay, so we got 5,000 XP, we got 10 currency, plus we got a steel spear and steel ingot. So after completing the mission, I then returned back to the shack as there was a storm coming, and I went ahead and spent some more technology points landing some stuff. So I grabbed the textiles bench as well as the backpack as well, because I wanted to unlock eventually armor as well. I then went ahead and grabbed the ranching station as well as a basic riding saddle and the bed as well, so our juvenile Taurinus could have a little bit of a nap while we were waiting to tame it up. I did take a bit of a look at all of the other tech that we could grab as well, and then I went out during the middle of the storm to gather some wood so I could make these new stations. So I went ahead and made the ranching station, and thankfully with my iron tools, gathering resources was a lot easier now than my basic stone tools that I had before. I also went ahead and made the textiles bench as well. Going back in and placing the ranching station, it did say it needed to be placed outside, so I did that, making myself up the bed for my Taurinus, and it was much larger than I expected. But now at least our little horsey had a place to sleep for the night, so it should tame up a little bit quicker. I also equipped the backpack as well that I had made up so that we could finally increase the amount of slots that we had in our inventory, because I was suffering greatly for not having inventory slots. I then requested a new simple mission and headed out to complete that as well. Now I just needed to collect this beacon from a drop pod, not realizing that it would take off back into orbit after I had collected it. Okay, that was unexpected. Oh, there's like a house that's just, a base that's just being generated. I mean, that's cool. Oh shit, there's iron tools and stuff here. Ghillie armor? Okay, we got another juvenile Taurinus. I'm gonna go ahead and see if we can get this guy too. Because why not have multiples? Okay, well, I mean, I wasn't expecting it to last long. So I managed to repair the hut and I placed the portable beacon, completing the mission, and then I got offered a choice of reward. So we could beautify things, we could grab some armor support for stealth, or we could grab some extra raw food. Now I did end up just going with the beautification project just because it did grant us some storage items, which I thought were really good. I wasn't too fussed about the meat because we could get that from other things, and the armor wasn't all that great either. So thankfully I grabbed all of that, headed back to the base, and our Taurinus had finally been raised. So we were able to claim ownership, and Ignatius was finally ours. I got a saddle on him, and we could finally now ride a mount around the map, which I was very happy about. Oh, that makes me very happy. Well, welcome to the crew, buddy. Okay, so I just started a mission and construct and furnish a rustic cabin. Can I not just use my already established rustic cabin? Alright, let's go ahead and make this decoration bench. I'm hoping that we can just place this down and it'll register. Okay, so we just have to make that stuff there. I mean, that's not too bad. Large rustic dining table. Oh my god, there's a lot of stuff. Maybe I took the wrong mission. So it needed a bunch of stuff to be crafted up to complete the mission, let alone my shack was definitely not big enough to house all of this, but that did not stop me. So we're going to go ahead and craft up all the decorations that we needed to complete this mission, and it took me a little bit of time and I was a little bit strapped for space, but thankfully we had Ignatius protecting the base and he was ready and good to go for whenever we needed him. So I did go ahead and check to see if we could accept the simple mission at the same time. And unfortunately we couldn't. So I still had quite a few structures to build. I did just do a little bit of a wood run as well. And well, Ignatius also died. Wonderful. That's extremely frustrating. Well, alas, it is what it is. There goes our mount. Thankfully, there was another juvenile down here in the pile of dead Tyrannuses, so I managed to claim that one, and all I had to do was raise it yet again. Woo! The joys of getting mounts and tames. Now, I did thankfully also get a level up, so I was now level 15 as well, and I made myself up a fireplace as it was required for the mission, but you could see the state my base was currently in. There was just decorations everywhere, and I just wanted to try and fit everything in. Thankfully, it all did fit in, and I completed the mission, but the base was in absolute shambles with no storage whatsoever, and just crap everywhere. I just got 200 credit things. Like, I feel like I didn't get any loot. So upon completing that mission, I did unlock 2 new ones as well. And then I went ahead and accepted a new one for the bio research in the forest biome. Now, pretty quickly, I learned that I wasn't the biggest fan of these open world missions purely because of the fact that you didn't really get any rewards from it. You only really got the credits that you could use in the space station to buy yourself tools and research tools, but it cost a lot of money to be able to do that. So I kind of wanted to just stick to the simple missions. However, I did go ahead and do this bio research one as well as some other ones later on in the video, as that is kind of how you progress through the story of Icarus, and you eventually unlock extra blueprints and stuff like that from it as well. So this one had me going around to different fauna samples and collecting their biomatter. However, they were actually poisoning me. And then we came across a contaminated beast that was level 47. I was a little bit underprepared for that. It also poisoned us, which wasn't very helpful for me. And it was a bear, so that was just a double whammy for me. Fucking wonderful. Wonderful. I don't know how any of my arrows missed. Now, upon trying to return to my body, I ran into a second bear. I did try running away from it, but it was actually faster than me, so I decided to just turn around and face it head on, and well, you can imagine how well that went. Well, fuck. See if we can find its head. I wonder if we can find it on this rock, actually. It's a big fucking bear. Okay, this works. Except we're running out of arrows. So thankfully, due to my ingenuity, I was able to kill the bear without taking a single bit of damage. Let's go, we killed him. And we kept our little dude alive still, surprisingly. We did get a bear head, so I'll take it. Exotics, I don't know what that's for. Spoiled meat. We'll take it all. I then had to collect some extra stuff from a UDA drone that had crash landed, but it was on top of a freaking cliff, mountain thing, whatever you want to call it, and my ramps were just not doing the job. Thankfully, I did eventually get up there and I completely collected the biosample, and with that, I then just had to drop them off to the designated location, and we could finally complete this mission. All right, here we go. Here's the drop pod. Cool. So after completing the mission, I killed a bunch of Tyrannuses on the way back to the base, finding another juvenile, and then I continued heading back towards the base when I stumbled upon something else exciting. We've got a family of bison. Okay. Okay, we need to get ourselves a bison. Buffalo, sorry, not bison. Oh, they're so cute. Okay, we need to murder these guys. I feel terrible for taking apart this family, but I need a baby buffalo. One down. Two down. Okay, let's go claim ourselves 2 buffalo babies. We definitely need to keep these guys alive. Can I feed them meat? I mean, it looks like they're taking the meat. Look at our little family. Now, I dropped the juveniles back at the base, and then I accepted another mission for a training range. Now, the training range actually gave you weapons and ammunition to use on the training range. So I went ahead and collected every single last bit of it, and it was some pretty overpowered weapons. We got compound bows, we got recurve bows, and I thankfully was able to complete the mission hitting these targets. It only gave me 5 credits, but that was fine because I didn't come out here for the credits. I came out here for the free weapons. We got 2 guns and a bunch of bows. I then returned back to the base, and our juveniles had raised up majority of the way. I had gotten the horse fully raised. The buffaloes were very close to being completed. There's a buffalo in my roof. I kind of like that Diogenes. Oh my god. Poor dude's having a freaking fit. Alright, cool. So these guys look pretty beefy. I'm excited to have these guys. We're going to have 2 of them. Let's get him out of the house. Now, I also went ahead and made the orbital exchange interface, as from that last mission, I did get the exotics and I wanted to see what exactly happened. So this actually called down a dropship that we could send things back up to the space station. So I did have the exotics and I could send those up, but other than that, there wasn't really anything else that I had. So I did send up those exotics that I had, getting my first set of exotics currency that we could use on the space station to eventually unlock blueprints and then craft items that the space station provided us. Thankfully, my buffaloes did also raise up, so we now had quite the armada of tames. But for that, I needed to keep them fed and looked after, so I needed to make sure that that was happening. But I wanted to get some more storage going on as well, because I was struggling for space as well. So thankfully the buffaloes all raised up. I had 2 of them and 3 of the horses, and I really needed to get on the food and water front because we were severely lacking. However, we were also severely lacking on ores and ingots. So I headed out to another cave trying to harvest it. It was actually the same one that I had already been to, and there wasn't anything I could harvest. I did place some troughs down for our mounts, and then I took another simple mission to scan this area. So I pretty much had to defend it from a bunch of Komodos that were coming up and attacking us, which they weren't really too difficult, but I did manage to kill majority of them, and I harvested them up for their taxidermies as well as their hide and meat. Now, there was also a bear that decided to attack us on this mission too. Oh fuck, that's a bear. Okay, thankfully I completed the little simple mission, and I could go ahead and start harvesting all the corpses up. I then also went ahead and chose my reward. Now, I wasn't really too sure about this. The accommodation I didn't think I really needed all that much, and the Arctic support was probably looking like the best thing, so I took that and got myself some fur chest armor and some cured leather as well. And we got a level up, 10,000 XP for that. Oh shit, that was good. I'll take it. So after realizing I could get so much XP from doing the simple missions, I then went out and did another lost one, getting myself a steel hammer as well as some tonics as well. I then went ahead and repaired the shack as well, completing the mission and then choosing my reward. Stone, cooked fatty T-bone, some carrots. Ooh, storage improvement. Medium iron crates, small. Without a doubt. We are definitely taking that storage. Now, upon returning to the base, a storm was coming. I was a little bit worried about all my mounts being left out in the storm, but I figured we'd find out if they got swept up in a tornado or whatever after the storm had passed. Better them than me, right? So I decided to set up residence in my house, placing down the new storage that we got. After the storm had passed, I went ahead and grabbed another simple mission. This time it was to hunt a bunch of buffalo in a specific area. Thankfully, all my mounts were still there and they hadn't been swept up in the storm. So I headed out to the location of the buffalo, and little did I know that this was going to take us a very long time. The buffalo weren't sort of all spawned in there at once. They would spawn sort of 1 or 2 at a time. So it was going to take us a couple of days of running around this area, and it did take me like 3 or 4 days to kill the 12 buffalo that we needed to complete this simple hunt. On the plus side, however, I did get plenty of meat and bones and hide, plus I killed a few bears, and I figured this was a really good way to go about getting a bunch of XP for myself. which is the main reason why I did this mission, as well as the fact that we could potentially find some juvenile buffaloes. I did also want to see if the juvenile buffaloes did count towards the count. Unfortunately, they didn't, but I did find some spiders out here in the wild as well. Killing those guys, I hadn't actually killed one of them before, so I was pretty happy with that prospect. And I went ahead and harvested them up. Quite surprised at what I got from them. I was very happy with the resources that we got out of them. Getting silk as well as organic resin from them, which seems pretty cool. Alrighty, and we just need one more buffalo to finish off this mission. It's taken me longer than I was expecting, to be completely honest. But we did get a butt ton of resources from doing it, especially meat and hide and leather and stuff, because the buffaloes, they give a lot of it. So I'm pretty happy with how that's going. I just kind of want this mission over and done with, to be honest. So let's see if we can track down one more buffalo, because they haven't been like... Okay, here we go. We got a final buffalo. Looks like there's 2 of them. I got a single arrow. Alright, well that was easy. We got the buffalo achievement. Alright, let's take a look. What do we got? Defense subsidy, so seeds, bramblebush, hedgehogs, watermelons, pumpkins, wild berries, or a smelter. Coal ore, and a stone furnace. Honestly, I don't know if this mission was really worth it. I ended up just settling for the Smelter's Forge one, just because that was probably the best option out of a lot of it. But it wasn't worth it for those mission rewards. But I did get a juicy 10,000 XP as well. The next morning I took another simple mission to hunt a crazed creature. So I had to head out to a specific location to find this creature and then put it down. Obviously it was going to be a bear. I knew it was going to be a bear. I just needed to try and face the bear and not die in the process. It's level 80. Is it going to go off the edge? I mean, I've got plenty of arrows. I just need to try and line up my headshots. I've got plenty of health, thankfully. Whoa. Okay, it's running away. Did I take it too far out of its zone? Yeah, potentially. Whoa. Whoa. Get it. Okay, it's glitched on the tree. We'll take what we can get. Empty the arrows into it. Just murder it as quick as we can. Alright, I think we got it. Okay, well, that went better than expected, considering it got stuck. Ooh, I'll take it. I don't really care for the food. We've got plenty of meat. Same for this. Let's grab the Arctic support. Cool. After completing and claiming the reward, I then went ahead and did another simple mission, this time to collect some ID tags from 3 dead officers. I collected them, grabbed my reward as well, which gave me an armor attachment, so a respiration attachment, which I thought was pretty good. I managed to complete that mission and I got a juicy sum of 15,000 XP as well in the process. So I was very happy with that, and with that we had finally made it to level 20 and we had unlocked tier 3. So I grabbed myself that first tech blueprint that we needed and I took a look at everything else that we could unlock, and there was a butt ton of stuff that we could unlock. There is so much in this game. Now I also grabbed the wooden cart so we could use that for our buffaloes, because I figured that was going to be really good for doing material runs. I then went ahead and spent quite a bit of time mining up pretty much every single ore that I could find. While doing these simple missions, I had tracked down a couple of caves that I could come back to and harvest up the resources located within. Well, we can't mine anymore, which sucks, but we've got a shit ton of iron ore, which is good, and there's still plenty more in this cave, so we can always return back with another pickaxe. On returning back to the base, I ended up making myself a mortar and pestle, as this was a kind of vital item that I had overskipped. I don't realize how I had done that, but nonetheless, now that I had a mortar and pestle, I could go ahead and make steel bloom, which is what we would need to make steel ingots, and with that I smelted up a bunch of it and finally got access to some steel tools. So I'd made myself up a steel hatchet, and then I grabbed some extra steel ingots that I had cooking and made myself up a steel pickaxe as well. Now with these new tools and the new pickaxe especially, I could actually harvest up the remaining resources in caves that I wasn't able to harvest up yet, such as the titanium, the platinum, and the aluminium. So I was very excited to get that going. I also went ahead and placed some stone foundations outside of the base as I was trying to work on setting up a new base, because I had noticed that my wooden shack was taking quite a lot of damage from storms, and I figured stone would be the next best thing to upgrade to. So I started laying down the foundations and chopping trees for extra wood to make more stone structures. Well, good to know that my storage sheds here lasted quite a while, didn't they? They just got destroyed. So after losing my storage box, I made a bunch of stone foundations up, and then I got to work at building my new base. Now, I did have a kind of design in mind. It was gonna be like this kind of Viking longhouse, but it didn't really plan out for me very well. I just couldn't get the pieces to snap properly, and my house actually got set on fire due to a lightning storm, so that was always fun. So I was in the process of losing everything when I had only just built like the foundations of my base, the shell. So I just kind of wanted to get everything out of there. I wasn't very happy. It just keeps on burning. I don't think I have anything that I can put this out with. So we're just going to have to... Oh, please don't fall off the cliff. Can I repair it while it's on fire? Oh, we can. Does that just prolong the suffering, though? I really hope all our storage boxes... Oh, don't get destroyed. I did try to grab as much of the stuff as I could. Well, I really need to finish this base now then. Well, hey, at least it stopped burning. Oh, man. That's all our stuff down there. Oh, and I got no food, I got no water. Our mount's got no food and no water. I've been really just trying to figure out this fucking base. You know what the best part is? I hate how it looks. Absolutely despise how it looks. It looks so shit. So after spending an excruciating amount of time building up a new base, I finally had come on to a design that I enjoyed and liked the look of. So this was going to be our new main base. If you came inside, you could see that there was ample room for most things. I hadn't really fully decked it out yet because I didn't have all the structures, but it did have the base floor, and then upstairs here was going to be sort of the living room slash bedroom, and we would have a bunch of trophies and stuff like that up there for decorations. And then I eventually wanted to build like a greenhouse as well, and just some extra things, but they were going to be very far future projects, because this took me like so long to build in terms of days on ICARUS. It was just a slog to get through this, but I was still pretty happy with how it all came out. Alrighty, we got enough stuff to make the machining bench. Let's craft this bad boy up. So that should take us into tier 3 things. Alright, let's take a look at this machining bench. Oh, wow. That is much smaller than I was anticipating. Now that I had received my steel tools, I discovered a cave near my lake that was pretty much underwater, and inside of it was a huge cave full of all of these ores. So I got to work at mining all of it up pretty much until my pickaxe broke. I was going to absolutely decimate this cave and all the resources located within. So after my first run, I then returned back to the base, making up the wooden cart for my buffalo. I was very excited to get this onto him because it was going to give us a huge inventory boost to our mounts. Look at all of that space we had for our buffalo. I was very happy with that. We did lose some movement speed from it, but it was worth it. So we took our buffalo out to go do a resource run. So, turns out eating raw fish isn't the greatest ideas. So I ate some raw fish, and then I got cave sickness. So I'm currently on 175 health. I don't even have enough stamina to swing my pickaxe. A little bit. The cave is pretty much cleared out. There's like a titanium ore node, some coal, and then a single iron node up there. So I think we're just going to leave, kill myself, so that I can just drop all this shit, because look how tiny our stamina bar is. See, we've got a lot of stuff. Silica ore, sulfur, iron, titanium, copper, aluminium, platinum. Plus, we found some exotics. So we can send that up and we'll get the purple points up there. And luckily, it looks like there are some beehives here, which is perfect. because we can go ahead and do that and take them for our own beehives that we're going to get up and running. We did find some of them in the caves, so you can see we've got some honeycomb and some bees, which I'm grateful for because we really needed some, because I may have accidentally used it all, turning it into beeswax that I then didn't use for anything. So if we come inside, we also crafted up the concrete furnace, an insulated high temperature furnace for smelting a wide range of materials, including steel. Take a look at this. So we've got gold, we've got copper, iron. It can use any sort of fuel, carbon fiber. We've got glass, we've got aluminum, steel ingots, platinum, you need 5 for a bar, titanium, you need 5 for a bar, clay bricks. So with my new concrete furnace, I grabbed all the ore that we had mined up from our buffalo, chucked it into the furnace, put some fuel in there, and we've also got some cement mixing up as well, as I had made the cement mixer. So things were starting to look really good. I went ahead and made some kitchen storage benches as well, as I was planning to use these for storage. However, these were rather expensive and I wasn't quite prepared for how much iron ingots they needed. I also made some beehives up and I made some more of the kitchen storage blocks as well. These were, in my opinion, probably the best storage box we could use at this moment. So I wanted to make sure that we had plenty of them. Alrighty, and we have been a little bit busy around the base. We have started a greenhouse. Now, I've kind of very hastily given up on the greenhouse just because we can't make reinforced glass yet because we don't have a water pipe set up. So we needed to get that set up, but to get that set up, we needed to get some fuel going. So I've got a biofuel composter here. We've got a little bit of fuel, which is, it's okay. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I just got slightly distracted here. So we're actually going to go take the mission to go explore the desert. That's what I figured we'd do today, because why not? We have pretty much everything we need to do so, I believe. So we are going to head out there. So we're going to go ahead and do this dry run mission. We're going to begin the operation, and I think this has us building or demolishing a path out to the desert. So locate and retrieve the drilling equipment, which is at map location over here. And then locate and retrieve the power system. So there's one there and one there. Okay, so I guess we'll just head out. Now, upon reaching the first crates location, I opened it up to get a solar panel and electricity tool. So I was pretty happy with that. Now, I had a thought to myself, if I could request more equipment from the mission, like you could do resupplies, can I just get a crazy amount of solar panels in the process? I'm going to head to the cave, open the escape menu and request a mission resupply if your mission equipment is lost. So if we got that popping up, let's deal with this bastard. Oops, sorry. So if we can request for more equipment, does that mean we could just potentially get a shit ton of thingamajiggies? Open the escape menu and request a mission resupply. That's going to kill my buffalo. Well, that was freaking terrifying. So, I'm going to be... Oh, shit! I don't know why I left you for. I missed. I'm bad. Oh man, we would not have survived without Propagadus. Protagarus. I keep forgetting his name. It's a very complicated name to remember. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Do we get... Okay. Does that mean we could potentially just get a shit ton of solar panels for free? I might capitalize on this, if I'm completely honest. I don't know if it's a dodgy thing, but I'm definitely feeling that's the way we're going to do that. That's a very strong freaking spider. Well, we're definitely going to use Protagarus. Where the hell am I? Oh. I made it back to my body, and I was actually very surprised to find that our buffalo was still alive. However, we were still under attack from spiders, and they had a very powerful poison effect, and I took a little bit of fall damage, which also doesn't really help in that manner. Now, I did want to try and save our buffalo because he was getting attacked by some spiders, but in order to do that, I had to kill the ones that were attacking me first. Okay, he's killed one. No! Fuck, we were so close to saving him. Oh, and that spider was literally one hit. No, Protagarus. I feel bad. Fuck. Well, This has gone horribly wrong, hasn't it? You're up, Diogenes. Yep, that's your name, Diogenes. Alright, well, let's go with what we need to get on him. He's probably just going to be more or less the same sort of thing. I feel bad, but we're going to have to kill him. Like, he's dead. We can't bring him back to life. I feel a little bit guilty about that. He served us so well. Alrighty. Is this... I'm trying to figure out how we go about connecting this bad boy up. Place wire, cancel placement. Place wire. Okay, cool. So we've got wire coming out. So it took me a little bit to figure out how to use the wiring tool, but eventually I did figure out how to get it to work. I also placed a solar panel underground because there was a little bit of light coming through. So I thought, you know what? Let's try our chance to see if we can get solar down here in this cave. Turns out, no, we couldn't. So we had to run this all the way back to the entrance of the cave where there was sunlight. Okay, so it's providing 6,000, I think. That's exciting. So let's head back in here. We're going to get cave sickness shit again, which is annoying, but it is what it is. Let's go watch this drill through. Grab some cheeky platinum all on the way down. Upon returning underground, a bunch of worms had spawned and were trying to kill my buffalo yet again. So I had to get to work at killing all of these worms, and there were a lot of them. I was not expecting cave worms. I'm pretty sure I did say on the mission there would be cave worms, but I was still not expecting them nonetheless. I wonder if there's meds that you... Jesus Christ. Scared the bloody jeebies out of me. We're gonna die. Are we dying? I think we're dying. I'm pretty sure we're dead. Is our health still dropping? I don't know. No, I think it's stopped. We really need to get out of this cave. It's killing us. Yeah, I wonder if there's health potions. There probably are. I've just probably overlooked them like a fool. I then connected up the next passageway to the drill, busted that open, and we got attacked yet again by more worms. Thankfully, I killed them all without any issues, so we could continue on our very merry way. Whoa, that's... What the fucking Jesus, this scared the crap out of me. A level 71 elephant. You're not hostile, are you, big dude? There's a hyena up there. So I'm gonna jump off here. I'm gonna go sneaky mode. Because I'm seeing a lot of things. Alright, there we go. We got the mission complete for the dry run. We got a cougar that's coming our way. I'm not ready for the desert. Fuck. Please don't kill my buffalo, sir, ma'am, whatever you are. I'd really appreciate it. Alrighty, so we're out in the desert. I mean, I kind of want to explore it. I'm a little bit terrified though, because I don't... What are these dudes? Like, are they going to try and kill me? Is that another hyena over there? Like, what's going on out here? I'm very scared. Wait, I'm on the bait. So we're just going to probably take a look around. How much are these weigh? Let's drop these solar panels off. Apparently we can still request more supplies, so I'm not sure how that works. I kind of want to try and... There's a scorpion out there. That's the cougar that killed us before. Oh! Oh shit, there's fucking more of them. Jesus Christ. Okay, I am slightly shitting my pants. There's a scorpion coming. Let's see if we can kill that guy. Okay, the scorpion's hurt. I kind of want to see if I can kill one of these things. Oh, I feel bad. What are they? Dribbos. Oh, that looked like a young one. I kind of feel bad about that. Okay, best part is it's coming up onto nighttime here, so we are going to be stuck out here in the freaking dark. Not the greatest. So I went ahead and skinned all of the dead stuff that I had killed, also taking out the taxidermy knife and skinning some of the stuff that had taxidermies, as I obviously wanted the trophies, but I was pretty much stuck out here for the night, so I continued hunting where I could in hoping that I could get more levels and find more cool stuff. Alright, we've got some hyena bait that I'm gonna bait the trap with. There is a hyena just over there somewhere. I kind of want to take on this elephant too. Is that a terrible idea? I'm gonna try and take this elephant on. Why not? Oh, we hit it. Oh, fuck, that was terrifying. Woo-hoo-hoo. Our first elephant taken out. That was freaking terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. There's a hyena coming over. I'm hoping it goes in the trap. We'll see what happens. I don't want to give it the elephant though, so we'll have to kill it if it does decide to come over here. We're gonna go stealth. Turn our torch off. I think we'll just hang out here for the night, to be honest. Alright, these guys are very easy to kill. I'm just kind of pot-shotting them. Okay, I take it back. They got helmets. They're stronger than I was anticipating. I'm gonna die here. Well, hopefully I shouldn't have probably walked back to my buffalo, but hopefully we can survive. It looks like our buffalo is trying to save us. Upon returning the next day, I had managed to catch a hyena in the trap, and my buffalo was still alive, so I was very happy about that. I then went ahead to try and get some corpses to drop off for my hyena so we could try and tame it. However, I wanted to explore the desert a little bit more, and I did spot an antelope out here, and they were very similar to the deer in the forest in that they were too tanky to be killed with one shot. So I ended up giving up on trying to kill it and just moving on to continue exploring the desert. It's been fun desert, but I am not prepared. I need potions, I need armor, I need a whole heap of stuff that I currently do not... Oh, there's a fucking cougar back there. There's no way I can kill that. I don't even have a bow. I don't know if this hyena's eaten anything. I don't really care, to be honest. I just need to get out of here. We're just going to get... Don't really want to risk losing our buffalo either, so we're just going to leave. It's been fun desert. We'll see you later. Upon making my way back through the other side of the cave into the forest, I found a juvenile moa that I really wanted. However, in order to get it, I had to defeat a bunch of Tyrannuses and wolves, and I may have messed up and took a little bit too much damage in the process, and it cost me my life. I was really hoping it wasn't going to cost my buffalo's life as well, but he was already very weak and he was stuck, and there were a bunch of things already trying to kill him, which isn't a good recipe to survive. No way. After all of that, he's still alive? What a freaking beast. He killed them all too. Okay. We've got a juvenile buffalo there. I don't know if I can take it with just a spear, but I'd like to take the youngster back with me. Well, that was easy. Cool. Alrighty, and we are making our first biofuel deep mining drill. Boom. No idea how this thing works, but we will find out. Let's just chuck all this stuff in here for now. Here it is. So I have no idea how these deep mining drills work, so we're just going to go ahead and chuck it down. Interact. So we've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 slots. It'll get apparently 1,349 a minute. Oh, 1.349 a minute. I was very confused there for a second. So now that I had gotten my first biofuel deep drill down, which will automatically mine ore for us, I then discovered that there were health potions that we could use to actually recover our health. So I went ahead and learned the medicine bench and unlocked the corresponding potions as well. And I spent a bit more time looking at the tech tree as well, getting the advanced textiles bench as well. Now I also went ahead and made some brown bear armor as well in the textiles bench. I figured this would be decent enough for the time being, but in hindsight I probably should have made something that was a little bit more durable. Alright, we're going to go for the Ice Storm one. This will give us the Black Wolf trophies. Let's begin the operation. We're going to take our buffalo and we're going to see how we go. Retrieve device component 1, 2, and 3. Oh, okay. They are in the snow. Cool. Well, we're going to make a journey down here, I guess, and see what's out there. Maybe we'll get some stuff while we're there. All right. Well, we found a cave on the way to the snow biome, so we're going to do a little quick pit stop and take a look at what's inside. Now, I'm assuming there's going to be lots of worms. This looks like a big cave. Maybe even some bees in here. There are the bees. Let's get this exotics mined up and we will continue on our journey. Oh, we've got mowers out here. Okay, we might come back with a mower. And some buffaloes. That's got to be a juvenile, surely? No, that's an adult. Is it an adult? No, it's not. Aha! Let's get it. Just killed your mother in front of your eyes, and now you're going to be my... Oh! Fuck, that's a bear. Okay. Oh, man, this new armor is very solid. I will take it. Okay, well, that works. I think. Yeah, our storm exposure is going down. I like that white mower. That's a juvenile as well. Oh, ours is white. Alright, cool. Well, we're just going to wait the storm out in here. Okay, I think the worst of the storm is pretty much past. So, we've got another mower. We did have another mower. Where did it go? I love how they just vanish into thin air. Like, what the hell? Magical damn birds. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, we got a pack wolf. They're new. That mower is so fucking dead. Oh, shit. That's funny. Oh, my God. There's fucking heaps of them. Canis the Victor? What does that mean? What do you mean, Canis the Victor? Oh shit, that wolf's a freaking big baddie. Okay, it's alright. Buffalo is tanking. We're doing damage. Slowly but effectively. I wonder if it's better if I stab him with my spear. Oh, Buffalo seems okay. I think he's bleeding. How much is... Yeah, he's on 80% health. He's fine. He can tank it. I can't see him. He's in the dark. And there's a freaking giant trolley in the way. Where are you fucking going? Get your ass out, boy. How do you break... What? Is he healing up? He is. Is he calling for backup? Is that what that is? I'm going to take my arrows. You cheeky bastard. My buffalo's a damn beast. Look at him go. I want to make sure he's still doing okay for health. Don't you run into your little hidey hole again, you little fucker. My buffalo just hurt me. He's got more of these hidey holes. I'm going to feed this guy, so hopefully he gets some health. Did you only bring one pack wolf? Bro. You're not a very good leader, are you? You fuck him up, buffalo. Get him. I was not expecting like a boss wolf or something out here. I'm bleeding. That's not one. That's not good. Okay, we killed him. Oh, not gonna lie. That was a little scary. A little scary. We can make a bandage. Let's craft that bad boy up so we can repair ourselves. Consume that. Alright, that should stop the bleeding. Alright, where's this dude's body? Here it is. Press E to loot the carcass. A mighty beast felled. Whoa! Hello, Black Wolf Tooth. Black Wolf Fur. I don't know what that's for. Black Wolf Fur, Black Wolf Vestige, Exotics, and Legendary Biomass. I guess we'll take it all. Yeah, I didn't think I could pick it up. So, after defeating the Black Wolf boss, I got the final device component that I needed to in this forest area, and then it was time to head out into the snow. It says we're cold. I was hoping the fur armor would protect us enough. We got a polar bear just over there by the looks of it. I can't believe I fucking missed that shot. And that one. Oh, shit. Buffalo! Tank for me, please! Woo! Oh, fuck, this thing is beefy. Oh, nope. I don't want to die out here. Oh, God, that was terrifying. We are on so little health. We're on 50 damn health. I think we are freezing as well. Cold. Yeah, okay, we're not ready for this. Let's get out of the snow biome. I'm going to eat a bunch of this meat to get my health back. We're literally going to shit ourselves just from the amount of meat that we're eating. Alright, that'll do. We've got a bit of health. That should be fine. Fuck me! No, Buffalo! We need to get out of here. Let's go. Fucking use the mower as a mount thing. Get out of here. We're just running. We're running. Fucking back-to-back bear attacks. You kidding me? God damn. Ooh, alright, we need a bandage first. Oh, the bear's still there. Please, sir, no more. Please. You know what? Fuck it. We're going back into the snow. Yo, this bear is fucking fast. Get off me ass. Okay, we're fucking double bleeding. We're taking damage from this. Oh, we need to get out of here. This bear is fast. I should have just fought it with the buffalo by my side, but alas, it's come to this. Where's the juvenile mower? Use that as bait, god damn it. I might have to fight it, to be honest. Yeah, especially if it's keeping up like that with us. I'm gonna die here. That was the best I can do. I hope my buffalo holds up to him. And very surprisingly, our buffalo is still alive. I am not complaining, let me tell you that. I'm very happy that he still lives. So let's give him some healing. Wonderful. We now have a festering wound, which is not a good thing. So let's go ahead and try and clear that up with some antibiotics that we definitely have on hand with us, don't we? Alright, we should be able to make the suture kit now. We need a little bit of fiber. Fuck me! Bro, I just healed that. Can you fuck off? God damn it, he just gave me another one. Great. And we have spiders crawling out of fucking God knows where. Let's not go that way. Let's see if we can get a bedroll for the night. And maybe a little shack so we can sleep. Did that really just set my fucking house on fire? Okay. That was a close one. Let's close that and now we can go to bed. So after sleeping for the night, I then ventured back out into the snow when lo and behold, the polar bear had respawned. This time I was a little bit more strategic with it and decided to get on top of a rock and fire arrows into it. Now while firing my arrows, I did have to pick them back up again out of it because, well, I was slightly out of ammunition, so I just had to casually collect them from its body as I was firing the arrows into it. Thankfully, I did manage to kill it with my spear and a bunch of arrows, and we could continue on into the ice biome. Come on, big guy. You can get over it. I believe in you. Can we backtrack at least? Let me backtrack. No, don't go down the ravine. Oh, we're stuck here now, aren't we? Oh, this is not great. Actually, hold on. We might be able to build a ramp out of here. If they come down this way. Huh. Hui. Huh. All right, let's do unstuck. Okay, we're free. Can we get our guys out now? So after getting trapped in the ravine, I found some hidden tech. Now, when you actually had your mounts on follow, if you ran anywhere, they would actually just teleport to you. So I found that very interesting information. So while out here, I did need to get some water. Thankfully, I did spot a cave out in the ice biome. I grabbed some of that water and then we continued exploring through the ice biome, hoping to complete this bloody mission. All right, I'm going to head back in that cave real quick because there was exotics and we're going to need to refill our water up a little bit. Oh, you're joking. Fuck. Fellas, get him. Fuck me. I really don't want to lose our guys with their full inventory of stuff. And there's a fucking weather event coming. And it's a lightning storm. Wonderful. Yeah, I think we might call it and head back to the base because this is not work. We are extremely underprepared for this. I got no armor on or nothing. I'm gonna freeze my little titties off. All right, we got our body bag back. Hallelujah. So after managing to get my body bag back, I then decided, you know what? We probably need to get the heck out of here because we are slightly underprepared for all of this ice and all of the polar bears, plus my bow broke. Alrighty, so it's a new day. We're currently on our way out to the desert. We did take a little simple mission because we cancelled our other one because there was no way we were going to accomplish that anytime soon. We just needed to do a little bit more preparation. I feel like I'm definitely a little bit more prepared now. Got some health potions and whatnot. Just completing this simple mission. We need to hunt 4 more buffalo. So I figured we can kill them on the way back from the desert. But we're going to head out there again, see how we go. Oh my god, that's so much meat. And hopefully we can get some new levels, we can get some extra experience, maybe some more resources. I'm not entirely sure what's waiting for us out in the desert. And let's see what rewards we get. We've got smithing surplus, that's not bad. Lumberjack's haul or fisherman's haul. Probably not this because it'll go to spoil. Probably not this is easy enough to get. I definitely think we'll go that one. All right, here we go. There is a lot out here. I am slightly terrified again. We've got a scorpion, we've got a hyena. Oh, fuck, that was tied up. I should have tamed it. I didn't realize it was tied up. That makes me sad. I then went ahead and decided to try and take down another elephant. These guys gave really good XP. They were huge targets, so I couldn't really miss the headshots. However, in this case, I was literally missing pretty much every single one of them for some reason. But I was protected on this upper rock that I was on, so thankfully, I was able to defeat the elephant, especially before he went to try and kill my buffalo, because that would have been rather terrible. And we got some elephant tusks. Jab, jab, jab. And then I got attacked by the armada of dribbos. Thankfully, me and my buffalo were able to handle most of them, but they just did not stop coming. And obviously, I was using the spear, which isn't the greatest against these guys due to the hard headwear that they've got on, so they were armored. And it was just a very large jabbing match. I did take a couple of gnashes. I found some boars as well out here that I killed. So I was pretty much just trying to farm a bunch of experience up as well to get a heap of levels. Then, unfortunately, a giant sandstorm was coming, so I needed to find a cave to take some shelter before I was killed out here in the desert. And it would have been very difficult for me to get my body back out here. Is that a cave? Oh, get out of town. Surely this will count as shelter, right? While the storm passes? I hope so, because otherwise we're gonna die. So unsurprisingly, that little crevice did not hold up to being a cave, so I had to do some more exploring, and thankfully I did find one. I just needed to break my way into it during the middle of this storm. So I was slightly roasting while doing this, and I just really needed to get inside of this cave. Thankfully, I did bust it open, and I was able to take shelter inside with my buffalo, so we were relatively safe until the storm passed. So, after withstanding the storm, I decided to head down to a nearby river just to check if the temperature was a little bit cooler down there, because we were currently sitting at 50 degrees Celsius, which is very, very hot. And as you can see, we were taking damage from it. Even our buffalo was suffering from the intense heat. So I just wanted to kind of soak in the river for a little bit to see if that helped, but unfortunately it didn't really do much for our buffalo. Upon that, I then returned back to the forest biome, and I then started a new mission. So we went ahead and started the stockpile forest mission. So I figured we could get that done and just get some extra credits so that we could start buying and researching some new gear as well, because we were severely lacking in that kind of gear. Upon arriving at the destination, I found out that I needed to deposit a whole bunch of resources that I did not have on me. So I decided to abandon this mission very quickly after that. I really don't have the end. Like, it wants me to go all the way out here. Like, why the... And then tell me the list of things that it wants, so I have to make all the way back here. So instead, I headed to the snow biome to do a different mission, which was to disrupt the perma-storm. So I grabbed the device component that I needed, and then I continued on with this mission. Now, it was cold up here, but I was hoping that we could try and find some cool stuff while in the snow biome. I did stumble across another Arctic scorpion, which was absolutely freaking terrifying. Giant ass scorpion, bigger than the desert scorpions. These suckers were huge. So thankfully, with the help of me and my buffalo, I was slowly able to whittle it down, and I did need to freaking run around it multiple times to try and hit it here and there so that we could hopefully survive its onslaught. It didn't have a headshot modifier as well, as far as I could tell, so I needed to try and kill it as well for that. So that was very fun trying to deal with. Thankfully, I did have my rifle as well, so I could shoot this guy in the face. But, like, he had no headshot modifier, so it was just a very long game of cat and mouse running around the Arctic biome. Oh, man, that was terrifying. Alright, we killed it. Good job, big guy. He's on 53 health. That is terrifying. I really wish I had my taxidermy knife now. I managed to grab the next device component, and then a herd of mammoths arrived. Well, a single mammoth. However, it had a juvenile alongside of it. So I really obviously wanted that juvenile mammoth. The only thing I needed to do was kill its parent. So I pulled out my rifle, started firing pot shots into the woolly mammoth. Thankfully, they had a huge head, so I was able to get a bunch of headshots off. Plus, my buffalo was kind of playing interference with it, just slowing down the mammoth, which was great. And I was able to claim my first juvenile woolly mammoth. Hoy! I was so excited. All I needed to do was feed this guy, keep him alive, and get him back to the base so that we could hopefully raise it into an adult. Alright, we went back to base to get some stuff so that we could build the shelter, and thankfully our mammoth is still alive. There is a polar bear over there in the distance that we need to be careful of, but let's continue taming this little dude up. We're going to build the shelter, drop the thingy off, and hopefully we can complete the mission. Hopefully that's enough of a shelter. Hopefully nothing comes to kill me. Wait, so am I just supposed to wait out here and wait for a storm? Oh, that polar bear is getting closer. It's scary. No, that's cheating, sir. Don't you do it. Okay, we're fine, we're fine. That was very close. No, that's cheating. You stay there. Come on, come on. I just want to kill this fucker. This polar bear will destroy me. Perfect. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Alright, we've got a snowstorm coming in. So I'm assuming this is going to charge it. 6%. 7%. Alright, cool. We're going to leave these guys to just chill out here. The mammoth can hopefully not fall off the edge and get eaten by a polar bear. We're going to sit in here. We've got our repair hammer ready to go. We just need this thing to charge up. So I will see you at 100%. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Mammoth, please don't walk off the edge. You're just enjoying the snow, buddy. Here we go. We're at 98%. We're so close to being done. And thankfully it never reset. I say that and you watch it reset now. Come on, just 1 more percent. Oh. Well, that was a bit scary. Should I be concerned? Do I get out of there? It just blew my house apart a bit. Cool. Mission complete, I guess. My stone stuff took damage, but I don't really care. Now we can get out of this terrible place known as the snow. Alright, let's go ahead and feed our mammoth. It's at 30%, so hopefully we can get it back to base alive. I'd really like to bring this guy back with us. Well, that was one hell of a slog, but we've managed to make it back here to the base. Didn't get anything really for completing the mission, but we did get access to, I believe, a whole bunch of extra operations. So we've now got access to Deep Vein, which we have to locate exotics, mine exotics, send the exotics to orbit, and then launch through the dropship. And then what else did we get? I think we've unlocked all these operations down the side here. Yeah, so we've got encoded signals, influx, searchlight, resurgence, broken arrow. And here it is in all its glory. Our brand new mammoth. We now have ownership of oh my god, Snuffles. That's such a good name. Snuffles it is. Look at this unit. Oh. Heavy hauler with a thick coat and sharp tusks. Adds ability to perform melee attacks and increases damage. Stomp attacks. This guy has a lot of different stuff compared to what we've normally been using by the looks of it. Lots of health stuff. Chance to apply hemorrhage on hit. War Mammoth increases attack damage and range at the cost of carry capacity. Big rig, strong back, balanced pack. Okay, so we could either kind of make it as a damage dealer or a hauler. I'm very curious to see how much space he has in his saddle. Oh, but we need to build a barn for our dudes now. Alrighty guys, and we've been pretty busy at the base over the last couple of days. As you can see, we've kind of spruced it up a little bit. We've got some coconut trees now at the top of the base. Greenhouse is very slowly coming along. It takes a lot of resources to make these bloody glass walls. So yeah, they're slowly coming along, but this is going to be our greenhouse. I feel like this is pretty much perfect size. So we're going to have crops running down the sides here, the beehives at the back, and then this is all going to be enclosed in glass. We have a wolf that I am going to attempt to tame. I've been placing these snare traps down all over the joint, trying to get wolves to go into it, but I haven't had any luck doing it. And so I've gone ahead and placed one down, and we've got a wolf just here. Let's drop the corpse here for a second. I'm going to see if I can sneak up on the wolf and pat it. It looks like it's taming. Ooh. Okay. I don't know. It said press E to pet. I went to pat it, but it didn't want a piece of me. So let's just go ahead and drop a carcass for it. Alright, I'm just going to leave, I guess. Okay, cool. He ate the first corpse that we gave him, so let's go ahead and... Oh, well, that's freaking wonderful, isn't it? I don't know if that's going to reset the tame or not. Oh! He's tamed up! Hi, doggy! Tamed by nobody. Press E to release. Press E to claim ownership. Cool. We got ourselves our first wolf. That's dope. We've got some cool skills. So I think we're going to go for a bleed. I feel like that's going to be good. And we'll go melee damage first. I wish we could just get him to stay though. I don't want him to wander. Okay, we've got a wolf. Another one. I think we do. He's making his way. Look, I think he's making his way to a trap. And we got a level up. All right, so that should be food for this one. So while I let the wolves tame up that I had in the snare traps, I did a bit of a mining run with my buffalo, getting a butt ton of ore. I mainly wanted to get some more silica ore so that I could finish off the greenhouse. Pretty decent amount of ores. I then headed back out on another run and I discovered a little surprise while I was out there as well. Something very unexpected. So this mower thankfully was ready to be tamed up and I grabbed it. I then went ahead and did my mining, grabbing a bunch of ores in the process as well. Alrighty guys, and we've finally made the foundry, hooked it up to power, and we've gone ahead and made ourselves some titanium tools. Now I do believe these are the strongest tools that we can currently get on Olympus. So we're going to go ahead and equip all of those bad boys. We do have some attachment slots available for them as well. So I went ahead and made the copper attachment for my pickaxe as we were struggling to get a decent amount of copper and we needed a crap ton for all the electronics that we were currently making. So I made that bad boy up and slotted that into the pickaxe as well. And then I made another attachment for our knife, which I slotted in as well. Cool. And that's equipped there. So we're going to sleep for the night and then we're going to gear up and we're going to head out and see if we can find a copper deposit somewhere. I then spent the next day looking for a copper deep mining position so that we could set up a deep mining drill and start automatically harvesting up copper because I was just missing so much of it. I did find one, but it was all the way down the bottom here from our base. So I figured, oh, there's got to be one closer than that, right? Surely. There were a couple of other deep mining nodes just out here as well as some caves, but it was really far away from the base, like super far, and I wasn't really invested in setting up something all the way down here. So instead I just went into the cave, harvested up as many of the resources and ore nodes that I could find in there, and then I just headed back to the base to try and find some more deep mining nodes that were closer to the base on the top side. However, after entering in the cave, there was actually another deep ore deposit of copper, so I was very tempted now to actually set up in this location. Potentially making the trek all the way down here worth it with all the deep mining nodes that we had available down here. I was very heavily considering it, but I still wanted to check around closer to the base to see if there was anything closer nearby. And there is a platinum deposit down here as well. Alright, yeah, we definitely need to come back down here and set something up. It is very far away from the base, but we'll only probably need to make the trip every now and again, so I think it's worth us coming back down here just because we've found those extra nodes. Well, that's just wonderful. Our mower that we left outside is now dead as well. It just got killed by a level 8 wolf because it can't attack back and I didn't bring it into the cave with me. So I'm an idiot and now we have to take the very fucking long way back. Oh my god. So after exiting the cave and spotting the corpse of my dead mower, I knew I was in for a long haul to return back to the base. The next morning, I was venturing out to the desert as there was still a whole heap of the map that I hadn't explored yet. So I figured we could make our way through the top of the desert and head around to the top left part of the map. I had brought my horse with me, so I was in for a long ride, but hopefully we would find some cool stuff out there. While in the desert, I obviously killed a bunch of wildlife out there, A, for the experience, and B, just to harvest up a bunch of resources. These guys were much higher level than the ones in the starting biome that we had picked, so these guys were granting a crap ton of experience for us. Plus, I also wanted to just grab some trophies while we were out here, as I had brought my taxidermy knife to harvest up some of these guys. So we just kind of went on a killing spree. We finally managed to get a kill on an antelope and a zebra as well, and I got the trophies for those guys as well. Thankfully, I managed to find myself on top of this rock surrounded by a bunch of cougars, And there was also an elephant off in the distance that I wanted to kill. So I obviously got to work at firing a bunch of arrows at these guys to deal with them and get a bunch of XP as well. Yep. I feel a little bit bad about murdering it. Okay. That was a little terrifying, I'm not gonna lie. That was a bit scary. Alright, and it looks like we're coming out of the desert and into the forest and the snow potentially. Oh shit, that's a high level wolf. Level 100. I mean, we've got 5,000 experience for killing it, that's pretty good. Alrighty, we've got ourselves a little shack. I've just realized it doesn't have a roof though. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to stay here for the night and we'll continue exploring in the morning. Honestly, I thought we would have found more stuff, but we haven't really found a crazy amount of things. So after managing to make my way through the desert and into the forest biome, I had now stumbled across some very high level creatures. Thankfully, I had my rifle and I one-shot this bear over here, which I was very surprised about. I then went ahead and killed a couple of other creatures that decided to try and fight me, such as these boars. Thankfully, with our Taurinus, we were able to deal with them pretty effectively. Like, they didn't really do too much damage to us, and we were able to stomp them into the ground like the insolent swines that they are. Oh, shit. Okay, that went much better than I was anticipating. I thought we were going to die from fall damage there. This is a very nice location, though. I'm not going to lie. I kind of wish I built here. A storm did appear while we were out here exploring. Thankfully, there was a cave that I managed to find that was very nearby, so I managed to hole up in there during the storm, mining the resources that I found within, such as these exotics, and then I continued on my journey, eventually making my way full circle and coming back around into the desert. Now, this was pretty much majority of the map explored. I'm guessing that the main center bit was going to be an ice biome just purely based off the paths that we had that were leading into that center area. But I decided to make my way down through the desert and back towards our base. It was going to be a hell of a long journey to get back there, and I did notice that there was something big moving under the sands here. I was very nervous to find out what that was, because there's something big under there. So we headed out there. I was a little bit hesitant, but I figured why the hell not? We wanted to find some cool stuff while we're out in these new biomes, so let's find some cool new stuff. Oh shit, that is a big fucking thing. Okay, do we want to try and take this on? That was low-key terrifying. Oh gosh, I reckon we can kill this. Attack Taurinus. I don't know what that move is. He's damaging our horse. I'm assuming it's got a weak point in the mouth. I'd be very interested to see if our horse is actually damaging it. Because it's not really keen on attacking us, is it? I kind of want to get in there with the knife though, to be honest. I mean, we just hit for 500 damage there. This thing looks sick. It's not really hitting our horse. Alright, I think... I mean... $800 damage there. I think so. We just have to wait for it to open its mouth. We've got a couple of rounds left. I think it's trying to hit our horse, but the horse, for some reason, I think it has a bit of a weird hitbox. Fucking hell, that was terrifying. It just consumed me, but I didn't take any damage, and I'm not sure why. I'm not complaining. I really want to get in there with my knife and stab it. Maybe when it's a bit closer to death. We're doing damage to it when we get the mouth shot. Alright, we're out of ammo for that. Let's just switch to our pistol. Actually, how much damage does our bow do? Not bad. I really want to just get in there and stab it. This thing is sick though, look at it. Its design is dope. My horse is just doing its thing. I'd like to bring the mammoth out and try and kill it one with the mammoth. It is terrifying though. Holy crap. Ancient Shade. Imagine being called that as a giant worm. else is just over there doing its thing. Tell you what, I'm glad I brought these guns out. I also hope killing it is worth it. This is sick. Alright, we've got a couple of... I'm going to run in here and just stab it a little bit. I mean, I'm not taking any damage from its spin attack. I'm not sure why. Okay, now we are. Stab and flurry, stab and flurry. Okay, this is kind of entertaining. Oh, we're out of stamina. Alright, it's almost dead. Our gun's broken. Oh, that was scary. Please don't hit me, sir. Alright, we killed it. That's dead. No? Now it's dead. Woo! Kill the sandworm boss once. I'm not sure if that's how the fight is supposed to function. Let's go take a look at the health of our dude. Yeah, he didn't take any damage whatsoever. Not complaining. I'm not complaining. Oh shit, hello. Sandworm vestige, sandworm tendon, a bunch of scales. Okay, let's figure out what the hell we're gonna bloody do. Let's drop that. Let's drop the coconut seeds. We'll take the exotics for sure. We can drop the scorpion pincers. I'm not invested in those. What are these? Legendary biomass. Use an orbital interface to send it up. Alright. We've got sandworm scales. Actually, I want the vestige for sure. And the sandworm tendon. Don't know what we use this for, but I feel like we should probably take that. We don't need that. We don't need 2 titanium ore, and we don't need that. Alright, let's see if we can take everything. Is that everything? Yep, that's everything. Okay, cool. Well, we managed to kill the sandworm boss, apparently, once. So I will happily take that. I don't know if there is another one in here, but we kind of need to go back to base. We've got no more space for anything else. But that was fun. I managed to make my way back to the base, and then I took on a new mission. So Operation Riverlands. Now this one, which annoyingly enough, wanted us to go back up through the area that we had just come through and open up the area for exploration. Now, I also made myself up a shotgun in order to prepare for, just in case we needed to fight any more sandworms out in the desert. So we were now slightly more prepared than just our simple little pistol and our little basic rifle. So I headed up to the location that this wanted us to head to, which was up in the desert biome, which we had just gone through, to see what it wanted from us up there. Now, I also stopped by my deep mining drills and collected the resources that we had gathered from them. So we had a silica one as well as a copper ore one. I then went ahead and tested out my new shotgun, and this bad boy was amazing. We absolutely demolished anything that we came across so far. So this cougar and scorpion fell very quickly to it. However, I was not as immune to damage as I thought I was when a pack of dribbos decided to attack me, and I, for some reason, did not decide to use my shotgun, but everything else but my shotgun. These guys absolutely murdered me. Fuck me. That's so annoying. If I had known this quest was going to happen out here, I would have fucking done this the first time we went around. It's so annoying having to just fucking... Like, the map is so big and there's no reliable way to get around. Except for mounts, but obviously... They still take quite a while, especially when you get across the other side of the bloody map. I might honestly just go through the fucking Arctic. Oh, I got no armor. I'm not going to be able to. Alrighty, and we managed to make it back to our body. Thank God. We did bring some backup this time. We brought our wolves with us. I don't know where they've gone at the current time, but we definitely brought wolves with us. There we go. There's one. We got 3 of them. So we're going to just park somewhere in a rock. If there are any rocks that we can park in for the time being. There's a cougar coming. Well, this is going swimmingly well for us, isn't it? That is definitely a perfect little shelter hole. Nope, apparently it's not. Alright, well, this is fun. Let's just keep going then. We're going to set this big fella to follow us, and we'll just ride on out to Rentus. So I managed to make it out to the Riverlands boundary. However, I still needed to collect a portable beacon. I went and grabbed the portable beacon, and it took me to the location that I needed to go to. It then told me that I needed to build a way over this giant wall that I had literally just gone through a few days ago to get to the other side. So I don't know where this giant wall had magically appeared from, but I needed to get over it. So that was my next goal. Okay, well, we've gotten up half of the mountain. Now we just need to get down the mountain, which is going to be so much more annoying. I'm honestly considering sacrificing one of our mounts, but I know I shouldn't. That's a terrible thing to say, CJ. Oh man, how are we going to get down from here? I don't even have anything that could save us if we like jump. Oh well, let's go back down. We're going to grab some more materials and see if we can build our way back down. Oh. I guess we made it over here. Oh, I really hope that we don't get struck by lightning. Or get stranded up here because our structures are taking some damage. And it's such a long way down. Alrighty, now that we've got a very makeshift ramp to get over this seemingly coming out of nowhere giant blockade, we're going to take our Taurinus, we're going to go across, and then we'll bring our buffalo back across as well. Just because I don't really want to transport him, whoa, that's funky, when there's full damage that they can still take. So I'd rather try and do it like this and take them one at a time. Even if it looks like that, oh my lord, that is terrifying. I mean, are we even going to go back that way maybe to get to the base? I don't know. Probably easier. Thankfully, I was able to get the rest of my mounts across our very rickety bridge with minimal issues. There was a little bit of a strange occurrence there where our ram kind of just vanished from a tree, but it was fine. We managed to get everything across. We did get attacked by a bear in the middle of the night, which no one ever really wants. Who wants to get attacked by a bear? Thankfully, with my gun and my mounts, we were able to defeat it, so I was very happy with that. And then I just needed to head to this final location to complete this mission. Oh shit, we got spiders. Pack wolves. Okay, they're attacking spiders. I'm not complaining about that. Considering we also don't have our spiders with us. I'm assuming something's supposed to be going down. Considering there's pack wolves. I do not want to deal with the spiders. Oh, that's why. It's the black wolf. Alright, get him, boys. Oh, mate, you walked into the wrong neighborhood. I can't sprint. I got a freaking hemorrhage and shit. He's going to go back and get his health. Let's grab one of our health potions that I just remembered about. Drink that because I'm scared. Hopefully we don't lose any mounts. I feel like friendly fire should definitely not be a thing. Oh my god. I also have to be careful of not shooting my own fucking mounts. I'm helping, guys, I swear. Nice. I mean, our dudes were pretty much taking care of that. They seem like they're on pretty solid amounts of health. Yeah, cool. Good job, everyone. You're bleeding. You guys should heal up after. Nicely done. That was really good. Hopefully that's it. I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal. Let's take a look at this guy. What do we got? A whole bunch of stuff. Tooth, fur, vestiges, exotics, and biomass. Let's take all of that. We're going to chuck it into Diogenes. Oh, cool. Let's pick it up. So is that it? I came all this fucking way out here to put that there, and that was it. Seems like a pretty shitty reward. I got 175 cash, and that was it. I need to get out of here. Hopefully my wolves don't die. So now that I had completed the mission, I needed to figure out a way to get back to the base because I really did not want to have to trek it all the way back through this Riverland area, plus the desert. So an idea came to mind. We had plenty of space left in our buffalo. We weren't really carrying all that much valuable stuff. So I figured we could probably make something work. A little bit of a cheeky exploit, you might say. What we're going to do now is we're going to go follow. We're going to go follow. And I fucking hope that this works. I really do. Let's see if this works. So now the plan is to die. Except we have to do so in a way that these guys won't fall to full damage with us. So, alright, here we go. We've got a wolf just here. Hopefully my wolves don't kill it before it can kill us. Okay, well, that didn't work out well. Okay, we can set them to passive. Let's set them to passive. Or 2 moles. Alright, I'm really hoping this works. Please. We just have to survive this. Our guys should be fine. They're not going to die to mowers, I don't think. And then when we respawn back at the base, they should come running straight to us, I hope. Otherwise, we're going to have to fucking run out here and get all our shit back from everyone. Come on, please work. Yes! They came with us. Oh, God. Oh, God. But they are in the bedroom. Doesn't matter, it fucking worked. Let's go, we take that. Oh, that's so good. Oh shit, what the fuck's going on in here? How did a wolf get in the pen? How? That's the whole reason I built this pen. So shit wouldn't get in here. So it was safe to say that my master plan worked perfectly and I didn't have to trek it back across the damn map to get back to my base. I was very happy with myself. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and take on our next operation, which is Avalanche or El Camino. So we're going to take on El Camino first, just to see that. We're going to begin it, and we're going to need to go out to the desert for it. So we're going to take our horse, probably our mammoth too, because we can just set it to follow and have it following us. And I think that's a good enough mounts to take with us. So we'll take, not Ignatius. Unless we just take Plato. We could take Diogenes, but he's got this... you know what? Let's actually take him. Just because he's got the saddle. We'll give him... Where'd you go, buddy? Come here. Come here, mate. We will take Diogenes. He's got the saddle. He'll still help us out. Where are you going, big guy? Come here. Okay, you can follow us. You can be on defensive. We need to give him some food and water. Thankfully, we've got heaps of food cooking up, so I'm not worried about that. There we go. And yeah, we will take our mammoth with us as well, Mr. Snuffles. Because if we set him to follow, he should just stay close to us. And then, who do we want to ride on? I feel like we lost our horse. So maybe I take... I mean, we could take Plato. What level are you? Bartholomew. Benedict. Yeah, Lord Rutherford. Here he is. This is who we're looking for. Yeah, you're pretty statted out well. Let's do that. Alright, and we'll just grab the saddle off of Plato. Thank you very much, buddy. And we'll give it to Lord Rutherford. Lord Rutherford and our other guys need some water. We've got our wolves that will be taken with us as well, so we just need to get them some water, a little bit of food, and we can head out to the desert. Search the crash zone for debris. Where are we headed out to? Oh god, it's all the way over there. That's a hell of a long way for us to go. Guess we ain't got much of a choice. Well, that was a mistake. Our dude just took fucking 2,000 damage from fall damage. I knew that was a mistake walking down that hill. It was an accident. Alright, let's get everyone some water and then we'll head out on our journey. Alrighty, and we are coming up on the dropship crash now, sort of ish. Oh, there's a bear right there. I kind of want to use the mammoth to take it on. I have no arrows. Back on the horse! Ah! That was a mistake. That's fine. Our mammoth will take care of it. I knew I bought him for a reason. That was slightly terrifying, but we're fine. We are fine. Except I got a freaking... whatever it's called. The bloody thingy where I need a suture kit. God dang it. Alright, now we've got to try and find the crashed dropship. I am hoping it's on this side of the mountain and not over here, but it's quite a large area. I'm going to assume we're looking for some smoke, so we'll see if we can find it, hopefully. Okay, I think we've found the crashed ship over there. Definitely looks like there's something over there. Let's head over there. Let's deal with this guy. Let's go. You want to fight, bear? Oh my god. This is terrifying. Alright, here we go. Search the crash zone for debris. Investigate the crash debris. Flint arrow and a longbow. Wow. Alright, now we're going to head down to the second crash site, which is thankfully just down here, not too far. I managed to make it to the second crash site, and this crash site was just as disappointing as the first. Alrighty, and we're coming up on the final crash site, I believe. Let's go ahead. I'm assuming this is it just over here. I don't like that this is so open. I feel like something bad is going to happen. I don't like that. Oh, shit. It's the freaking sandworm again. Oh, but it's only level 0. Let's get on the mammoth. We brought this guy for backup. Bruh. You ain't even going to mess with Snuffles. We got more health than you, boy. Go get him, Snuffles. I don't know if that's... I don't know if Snuffles is hitting him. So that hit him. Alright. Fellas, get in there. Do some damage, please. Guys, if you could go attack for me, that would be swell. I'll give you some food. Oh. Is that it? I don't know. Is that the way through there? I didn't even need to kill it. Oh, that's disappointing. I was ready to kill it.
Well, history solved. Dropship came overhead.
Look at all the antelopes out there. Oh shit. Okay. There's the sandworm again. Memory in water. Well, I guess we're going to kill this thing. Try to anyway. We did bring our shotgun out here, so hopefully our mounts and stuff will get in there and attack. I don't know why it must be bugged or something for, because like we didn't take any damage from that attack. I mean, I don't think our wolves are actually doing any damage to it either. I think it's just a weird... I think it's just got weird hitboxes. Alright, we're going to try and save our ammo for when it does its mouth opening attack. Otherwise, we're kind of just going to waste it. Oh no, they're getting in there. You can all attack. Go help. Go help your wolf brethren. Alright, now they're dealing damage. Aggressive, go get him. Aggressive, go get him. Do you need some food? Hold on. Yeah, have some food. I mean, he's bleeding from someone's attack, but No, I think they're just hitting each other now. Which is annoying. Yeah, because I don't think they're actually hitting him. That's fine, we'll just kill it. Got him. Alright, cool. Well, hopefully the other bosses are a little bit not as buggy, I guess? I don't know, I feel like that was a little buggy. Alrighty, we made it back to the base and we're going to go ahead and start our... Oh, you know what? We're going to go over to sleep for the night. Alrighty, so we're in the snow biome now. There's a bunch of snow wolves and honestly they look a lot cooler than our standard forest wolves. So I'm kind of considering coming back here to tame some of these guys up. That's if our wolves leave anything left for us to actually tame up. At least we're getting a bunch of XP from it. So we are going the wrong direction. No wonder we're getting warmer. Back this way, fellas. Let's go. We're going to head to that red cave, which is quite a distance away. I'm hoping we don't come into contact with many polar bears. I don't know what that is. Is it a cougar? It's a snow leopard. Oh, that's sick. I didn't know you could get snow leopards on this map. I didn't know there were snow leopards in the game full stop, to be honest. Never mind. I guess our crew didn't really give much of a choice. Oh shit. I didn't realize he was coming after me. You know what? I don't think we have a taxidermy of a mammoth either, so we'll carve this up with us. Alright, here we go. We're at the Arctic Pass, and we can't really do anything. Wait. How the hell do we get over there? Retrieve the prototype weapon from the supply pod. Is that the supply pod over there? You kidding me? How the fuck do I get over there? Well, that's annoying. Alright, here we go. We have made the long journey. We went all the way around up through here to come around to finally make it to the pod. So let's grab ourselves the weapon, which is what? A vapor laser? Sounds terrifying. And now we need to get back to, well, I'm assuming this side? I'm assuming. So let's get down there, I guess. Yep. Well, I'm glad we came to the right side of the avalanche this time. So we did bring a portable biofuel generator as well, so we can place this bad boy out here, and it doesn't look like we need to have it sheltered. We can grab ourselves the electricity tool, hook this bad boy right up, interact with it, chuck in some juice, and activate it. There we go. Now we wait. It's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. And we're in. Let's grab all this. I don't think we can do anything with that, which is fine. Let's head. Oh, those are mammoths coming our way. I guess we got to kill them. Luckily, we brought our own mammoth. I don't want to accidentally set my dudes on fire. These guys are not taking any damage. Okay, now they are. I can't even get up on this rock to hit us. I kind of feel bad. We just slaughtered a bunch of mammoths. This poor dude's stuck back there. I mean, I'm just going to skin these guys while he figures out his way to get over here. Alright. And we scouted the area. So I guess that's it. The dudes are still trying to catch up with us. Nope, they're just stuck there. Well, that was an easy mission. Aside from having to fucking go the whole way around the bloody mountainside. But I mean, I'll take it. That's cool. Do I have any more oxide? I probably need some. Yeah, cool. All right, well, we're going to move on to the next mission, I guess. Alrighty, guys, we're back, and we've gone ahead and made the upgrade for our beacon. It took us a shit ton of resources, but we finally can have access to encrypted operations. So let's go ahead into here. We've come all the way down the end. Boom. Nightfall is what we've got. So requires, you can see, yeah. So these last ones are going to be everything that we need, I think. Investigate the mammoth graveyard. That sounds terrifying. What do we got to do for here? Nightfall. Scan the entire Olympus region with the central survey unit. Defeat the apex creatures of Olympus. 2 extra character talent points and sandworm plating attachment. Let's do it. Let's go for it. Our dudes have been doing very well in terms of surviving and stuff like that, so I think we should be fine. We've got wolves, we've got our mammoth. Our mammoth is just an absolute powerhouse. So I think we'll be fine. Where do we got to go for this? Oh, it's just down there. Look at that. That's nice for once. Okay, so we've got the rest of the mission, so we need to complete a central survey scan. Recover a prototype battery from the crash dropship, travel to the map location, retrieve the atmospheric sensitive geocrystal, and defeat the apex creatures of Olympus. So the black wolf, the sandworm, and the scorpion. So is that the locations? I'm assuming on the map, the skulls above us. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Oh shit, hello. Survey unit, press E to interact. Alrighty, we've come out to the first boss because obviously we weren't that far away from it. So I don't know if this is... It's a big fucking scorpion. Is this the scorpion boss? I don't think I've seen a scorpion that big before. What the hell? That was terrifying. That was a big fucking scorpion. Oh god, this is a polar bear. He will hurt our dudes. Let's try and help out where we can. I don't want to set him on fire. That's going to hurt our guys. Thankfully, our mammoth is doing a lot of the heavy damage here. I'm going to stab him in the butt. Nice job, everyone. I don't know how much damage you guys took, but it's currently getting nighttime and it's getting very cold. So I need to kill whatever is out here and return back to the base ASAP. I don't have a torch or anything. Oh, it's a wolf. These are wolf dens. Alright, cool. That's fine. We should be able to deal with the wolf out here. There he is. Get him, boys. Kane is the victor. I feel like we fought this guy. This named guy anyway. I really should be on a mount. Cool. We are bleeding though, so what do we need for that? Just a basic bandage. Well, we're just going to wait till he decides to come back out. Here they come. Oh, my mammoth abandoned me and I'm going to die. Let's do his big slam attack. I don't know if that hit anything. The wolf's taken damage. We just need to wait for him to come out one more time and then he will be dead. Cool. Oh, Merlin got killed by our own Tyrannus. I don't know why there's friendly fire on the mounts for. Like, it's so infuriating seeing our dudes hit each other because for some reason they just damage each other. I don't know why. That's a thing. Can I breed you? Yeah, we got female and male. That's cool. All right. Yeah, I don't know why they hit each other for. It's really frustrating, but it is what it is. Let's chuck some extra inventory slots because why not? And frost resistance would be good too. All right, where is the big bad boy? Pack wolf carcass. Is he over here somewhere? He's got to be. Black wolf carcass. Yeah, here we go. All right, cool. Let's grab all this stuff and get out of here. Alrighty, we are coming up on the scorpion now, I think, potentially. I'm going to assume based off the map icon. So, it looks like it's potentially just up here, which is a bit of an odd spot. We've got our dude behind us, our mammoth. Oh, they're just going on a rampage at the moment. That's fine, they can do that. We will potentially wait for them before we go and fight the scorpion, because knowing my luck, they'll get left behind and the scorpion will kill us. Alright, here they come. They're going to probably fight this scorpion. We did have our buffalo and our Tyrannus as well. Now, these guys are dealing less damage because of the temperature. It's just something that we can't really do anything about. We could have probably made some more saddles or something like that, but we didn't bother. Alright. This looks like a battlefield. I'm going to say this is probably where the scorpion is. We got our shotgun. We've got our bow with some arrows. Hopefully we have enough stuff. And our tank. Whoa, shit! That's a big fucking scorpion. Run, run, run. Okay, we set it on fire. That should deal some decent damage to it. I don't see where its health is. Its little armor gaps. It's very keen on beelining it towards me. Bison, buffalo. Ooh, get on the mammoth. Okay, that was scary. We are on top of the scorpion. That is a big fucking scorpion. Oh, I don't like this. Where'd it go? It's just casually sticking out poison. Whoa! Aggressive. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that helps us out. All our dudes are poisoned. I'm fully expecting to lose some guys here. That doesn't do any extra damage to his butt. Oh shit, that did half our health. Oh my god. That is doing damage. Fellas, get him while he's coming after me, please. Alright, looks like it's bringing in little tiny dudes. We're just going to keep moving here. Try to dodge whatever potential attacks are coming out next. God, that's terrifying, that attack. Alright, we've got no more ammunition left. Big ground pound slam. I'm gonna drink another health recovery. I think this gives us 200 anyway. Smack it. Smack it. Oh, man, that was terrifying, but that was so sick. The giant scorpion was badass. I'm honestly surprised we didn't lose more dudes. We didn't lose any of our guys. Oh, they didn't even really take too much damage. Our wolves, one of our wolves is barely untouched. Our mammoth probably took a little bit. Yeah, okay, that went really well. I don't know if this guy respawns in this area, but I'd like to fight him again. That was really cool. Oh. What do we got? Venom sac? Giant scorpion vestige. We've got a bunch of scorpion carapaces and exotics. Ooh. That was fun. Alright, now we just got the sandworm left, which we've dealt with before, so I don't see that being an issue. We just probably will go back to base and get some more ammunition and stuff. Alrighty, we've geared up, we're ready to go to fight the sandworm boss, and we just came up through the snow here because I noticed this little icon. I didn't know what it was, but it turns out this is the resonance crystal stuff that we need. So geocrystals, so they spoil very quickly. I've taken 2 stacks, but we might have to grab some on the way back, and I figured we could just go up through this way to fight the sandworm. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to make our way up there, kill the sandworm, and then hopefully that completes this mission. Am I free to get out? Yep. Cool. Let's go. I need to probably eat something so I don't die as well. I did also make some extra
slugs for my shotgun. So I made the, what are they called? Something slugs? 12 gauge slugs. So apparently it says they do more damage, so we're going to give them a try. I don't know if that's something out there. That's probably the prototype battery from the crash dropship. So we're going to have to go out there at some point as well. So we'll go kill the sandworm, we'll come around, we'll grab that, and then we'll probably come back down through the snow, grab some more crystals, and make our way back down there, because I don't know if we're going to make it in time with the crystals spoiling like they are. Alright, looks like we're going to have an audience for our sandworm fight. A bunch of drubos. There's a scorpion there too. I'm going to hope they stay out of it. Our tames are MIA, but there's the sandworm right there. I'm hoping they show up soonish rather than laterish. There we go. Just going to kill that. Oh shit. Oh my god, this does so much damage. Wait, is it a single slug? Oh, so it's like it's a single slug instead of like a spread. My god, that does damage. Oh shit, and that spits poison. We did bring some health, some poison. That's a big fucking poison ball. I don't know where our tames are. They're currently providing no help, although I'm not going to lie, this is pretty cool actually having it fight us instead of just casually doing nothing. Oh shit, this is not good. Oh, I take that back, I take that back. Okay, we killed it. Let's go. Let's drink a health recovery potion before we die. Woo, we'll drink 2 of them. Alright, sweet. You guys are better late than never. I'll take it. Alright, so that's the apex creatures of Olympus defeated. Why was there rumbling? Let's take all of that. Is that everything? That is everything. Perfect. Alright, so now we'll head up to that dropship. We'll grab that. We are over encumbered. I don't think we've got any space on anyone. Okay, these crystals are spoiling very quickly. They're also very heavy. Oh! Rude! We just lost our horse. Lord Rutherford. I don't know why he was out there fighting by himself and he's got a whole armada behind him. Well, that's annoying and kind of sucks. I feel bad. And look at our look at our construction site that we had to use to get over that damn mountain. It's funny that it's still standing there and there's no mountain in the way now, but we do have a tame up here apparently. Oh, I ran past it. Tangora. Who is Tangora? A moa? There it is. I mean, we'll take an extra moa. Why not? Welcome to the crew, buddy. Oh, what is that? Phenotype. Rare creature variation. Oh, it's got a different color. There's the prototype battery. Alright, cool. So let's head back to the central survey unit. Alrighty, guys. And we are back at the survey unit. We've got the crystals. We've got 20 of them left. We've got the battery that we're going to chuck in there. Boom. And that should allow us to activate it. Activate the scanner, please, before my crystals expire. Oh, wait, no, they're not dropping anymore. Perfect. I don't know what that does, but we completed it. 350 ran 100 exotics. I'd take that.
And you're still breathing.
It was very fun fighting the apex creatures, I'm not going to lie. They were a lot of fun. Alright, let's head back to the base, see what's next. Alright, so I went to try and make the giant scorpion trophy, and apparently I can't because I need to have sticks to be able to craft the giant scorpion trophy, which kind of sucks. But we still have a couple other ones. So we've got the howling black wolf trophy. We've got the sandworm, the arctic scorpion trophy, which I do just want to take a quick little look-sees at to see how cool they are. It's just like a piece of its mouth, I guess. That is much cooler. Look at that. That is terrifying. That can sit on our barn. That looks so cool. Alright, and then we had the Arctic Scorpion trophy and the Howling Black Wolf trophy. Yeah, that's kind of meh, but it's what it is. And then the Black Wolf trophy. That's kind of cool. I don't know how I feel about the moon, but I mean, it's cool. I like it. I wish we could have made the giant scorpion one, but that's fine. The woolly mammoth one looks sick too, though. We did manage to defeat all of the apex creatures on Olympus. We've got ourselves a nice little base set up. I'm especially keen on our greenhouse and our main base. I think they look very nice. And we've got our little landing area over there. But we'll probably transfer some of our mounts over onto Elysium because we're going to tackle that map next. But nonetheless, hopefully you guys enjoyed this 100 days. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe down below for more, and I'll catch you in the next one.